As the 2020 season, of course, was cut short, the Wildcats had started off the season 2-4, did not get to play a conference game, but they were challenged with a couple of ACC opponents, played North Carolina and Virginia Tech, both losses last season, and once again opened this season with a challenging task to begin the campaign as they face off with the 15th ranked Blue Devils, picked to finish 6th in the ACC, if that gives you any indication of how deep of a conference the Atlantic Coast Conference is. Teams taking the field as we speak. For Davidson, Amanda Monahan takes over in goal. The sophomore at 5'4" from Marblehead, Massachusetts, played just 22 minutes all of last season. She'll be in back of a very young defensive unit. Natalie Jr., the senior, will captain that group, and she's been asked to take on much more of a leadership position here in this season, and that's something that Kim Wayne was really happy to see, how many of the fellow players took to her leadership, and she saw that growth out of Junior in the back. Up top, Grace Fahey and Olivia Carey lead the Wildcats. On the other side of things, Maddie Jenner, a preseason All-American by Inside Lacrosse. She's at the draw circle as we speak, and it will be her and Gianna New that really will dictate a lot of how this game is played. Duke loves to control possession. They love to go up-tempo. And when you have a player like Jenner, a junior who's 6'2" tall, it really gives you a little bit extra there to work with off the draw control. Scramble for it far side as we're underway from Davidson. Blue Devils win the ball first and they play it forward. This is Cordry up top. Davidson working left wing, or rather Duke working left wing. The Davidson defense aggressive on the near side, and they'll fire it off to the far. Duke working with it behind the cage. Blue Devils last season 6-3 overall. They were 1-1 in conference play. Here's a dodge down the middle, a shot and a goal, and Duke grabs the early 1-0 lead. First goal of the season for the Blue Devils. And it looks like that came courtesy of Kat Berry. Will confirm, but Berry, a 5'7" senior from Napa, California, looks to have given the Blue Devils the early lead. Rather, it's Abby Landry who gets credit with the goal for the Blue Devils. Landry's first of the season, scored 12 last year to go along with 3 assists. So Landry strikes first. Just 41 seconds in, and the Blue Devils grab the early 1-0 lead. They're a high-octane offense. Last season ranking 5th in the nation, scoring 17.67 goals per game. Once again, the Blue Devils take possession off the draw control. And this is Jenner, the preseason All-American, working forward with it. Cut off nicely by Junior on D, and the Blue Devils work it back out to center. Duke fires it far side as they work in. Blue Devils undefeated all time against Davidson. This is the 15th meeting. Duke has won the previous 14, including 6 since Kim Wayne took over 13 seasons ago. Monahan with the save in net. Duke able to win it back at center. Callie Humphrey coming near side with it. She'll play forward and get it to Barry. Duke has dominated possession early. Just a minute 30 gone by here in the opening half. Blue Devils cycle it around. Barry near side. Second thought on that pass, but able to maintain control and get it to Cronin. Far side, Blue Devils dump it back behind the cage. Midway through the shot timer, shot comes in low, and Monahan goes down to greet it and smother. Blue Devils with a fresh 90 seconds on the timer. Just over 2 minutes gone by, opening half from Richardson Stadium. Blue Devils in front, and missing to the near side that time was Jenner. She had a pretty good look inside that 8-meter arc. Blue Devils have it backed up. They maintain possession. Jenner with it inside, bumped, and she scores. Jane DiGregorio tried to bump Jenner off her mark, but the 6'2" junior able to sneak it past Amanda Monahan, and it's 2-0 Blue Devils here in the opening half. Barry the assist on the second goal for the Blue Devils. Last season, Duke in 9 games played, 159 goals for, 95 goals allowed. A really high-octane offense. So Jenner back to her spot at center. Going up against New, and 3 for 3 are the Blue Devils at draw control. Humphrey near side, works it up the field. Ground ball scooped up by the Blue Devils. This is Cordery working her way in. Cordery fires it across the cage, and a deflection coming near side. Davidson able to come away with it, and they work from the back. 2-0 Blue Devils, just over 3 minutes in. Check put on behind that restraining area. Davidson able to maintain possession as they work their way towards the midfield. This is Izzy Lozano with it, double teamed, and finds an outlet. Davidson coming forward with it now. This is Ripley streaking down the middle. Ripley all the way to the cage, and a save made there on the doorstep. Chase Henriquez. Whistle blows, arm up. Duke will take over possession. Henriquez, the 5'8" senior from Norwell, Massachusetts. Played 9 games for the Blue Devils in that last season. Spectacular save percentage. In fact, she saved more than she allowed. 52 saves to 41 goals against. And a 4-1-0 record when she was the goalie of record. Blue Devils have it far side as Barry drops it down below the goal line. Duke working with it behind the cage. Fired in front. Pump fake and a score. That's Caroline DeBellis able to fake a defender, go top shelf, and DeBellis gives the Blue Devils a 3-0 lead. DeBellis, a sophomore from Cold Spring Harbor, New York. Last season, more of an assister than a goal scorer. She did have 13 markers, but 19 assists was even more impressive for DeBellis. 19 assists in 9 games played, the 3rd highest tally all-time for a Duke freshman. And again, keep in mind, that's in 9 games, a shortened season, and she still climbed all the way up to number 3 in the freshman record books. Gabby Rosenweg on the assist that time. We'll detail her story a little bit more as we go along, but a welcome addition for Kirsten Kimmel. A whistle on the draw control, and Davidson called for the violation after it looked like New was going to win her first. Jenner will swap sticks, and she'll start it from center. Working right up the gut. And a foul called. Looks like that was Ripley who caused Jenner to drop to her knees. Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the opening half. Duke out in front 3-0 against Davidson. Blue Devils working with Cordery below the goal line. Now they swing it back up top. Davidson stride for stride defensively. Now the Blue Devils go and dish, and the pass off target. New trying to win the race there. She cannot. Duke maintains possession with 35 ticks on the possession timer. Megan Filter defending behind the cage. Duke works it around, and they score. On the wraparound attempt, Duke able to capitalize. That's Cordry with the goal, and it's a 4-0 Blue Devils lead here in the first half. Catherine Cordry, one of those graduate students playing her 5th season again. Everyone last year, when play was halted, granted an extra year of eligibility. So both Cordry and Callie Humphrey taking advantage. Cordry, 17 goals scored last season in 9 games. She scored in every single game, in fact. 6 multi-goal affairs, and she's on the board here. It's 4-0 Duke. 24 minutes to play here in the opening half. Jenner again wins the draw. This is Cordry working in behind the cage. Look to the middle, pass deflected. Davidson fighting for it. And it's Duke to maintain possession. Olivia Carner came away with the ground ball. Blue Devils setting things up top offensively. Carner drops it down below the goal mouth. 6.5 minutes elapsed here first half. Duke has dominated possession thus far. This is Jenner, surrounded defensively, still able to maintain control initially, and now the Wildcats cause the turnover. They'll give it right back, though, at center, as Ripley was unable to come through. But it will be Wildcat ball, however, on the whistle. So here's Ripley, senior from Monument, Colorado. Blue Devils putting a ton of pressure on her in the midfield. She's able to get it free to Grace Fahey. Fahey working in past the restraining area. She'll toss it off, and a whistle behind the play. And it looks like this will give a free position to the Wildcats. It'll be Julianne Carey, the freshman from Blue Bell, Pennsylvania. Carey on the free position, bounces it home. Julianne Carey, the freshman, puts the Wildcats on the board, her first career goal. And it's a 4-1 ball game here in the first half. Special moment for Carey, not only to get her first goal, but to be playing alongside her older sister Olivia for the first time in her career. And Carey converting on the free position to get the Wildcats on the board. Julianne Carey from Blue Bell, Pennsylvania. At the Agnes Irvin School, also a dominant soccer player. She played squash as well. 90 career points in a 3-year high school career. And she's now tasked with trying to go up against Jenner in the draw control circle. Jenner wins it once more for the Blue Devils. They've been perfect on the draw control this evening. Blue Devils a 4-1 advantage with 7.5 minutes elapsed here first half. Jenner from point blank range knocked down nicely by Monahan. Blue Devils maintain possession. Jenner feeds the front, and it's put home. Jenner denied initially on the shot, but she's able to help convert on the assist. Goal courtesy of Veronica Heineman. The junior from Westchester, Pennsylvania, parks it in, and that will take us to a timeout. So Heineman, the marker. She scored. Check that. They're giving the goal to Rosenweg. So not Heineman, but Rosenweg with the goal. And Rosenweg, a big addition to an already talented Duke team. Mentioned how everyone got an extra year of eligibility as a result of the COVID shutdown last season. Rosenweg had played 4 seasons at the University of Pennsylvania, where she's among the best in program history. In fact, last season, she was able to record 98 points, 63 of them coming on assists. Both are among the all-time record holders. She is the all-time record holder in points in a career at Penn with 247. And Penn is no slouch. I mean, if you follow women's lacrosse, they are routinely one of the best teams in the nation. So she's not doing that on a bad team. She's doing that on a very good team, a team that was ranked 9th in the nation last season. And ironically enough, it was Penn who was scheduled to play Duke in the first game that was canceled when the coronavirus hit. So it would have been Rosenweg last season for Penn playing against this Blue Devils team. Instead, 11 months later, she's suiting up for Duke and playing the first game of the 2021 campaign for the Blue Devils. Rosenweg, a preseason All-American, one of 3 on the Blue Devils roster. Rosenweg, Humphrey on defense, and Jenner, who we've detailed at attack and taking all the draw controls. It's going to be a dangerous team for Kirsten Kimmel, the only coach in Duke program history now in her 26th season with the Blue Devils. Duke an early 5-1 lead. They scored the first 4 goals of the contest if you're just joining us. Julianne Carey, the lone marker for Davidson, the first of her career. She took a couple of draws against Jenner, who's won each and every draw control thus far. And now it's Gianna New who's going to try to challenge Jenner in that draw circle. Davidson again able to win the ground ball off the draw. Blue Devils work it forward. Ripley scoops up the ground ball for Davidson. Ripley across the midfield stripe, working in. Ripley straight down the seam, all the way towards the cage, dumps it off for Fahey. Fahey tried to go below the goal mouth, and she turns it over. Blue Devils a 5-1 lead, Ground balls even at 4-4. Duke out shooting Davidson 8-2. And they've won all 7 draw controls thus far. Carey playing defense along the far sideline. They come back to the middle, do the Blue Devils, to work it into their attacking side. Barry dishes off to her left, and now the Blue Devils below the goal. Davidson sliding over defensively, loose inside the 8-meter. And it's the Wildcats coming away with it. Izzy Lozano, the senior from Winter Park, takes it away. Whistle at center. Davidson on the quick restart. Wildcats work it forward. And now they go below the goal line with Aaron Cook. Cook, the sophomore from Woodstock, Maryland. Back up top for the Wildcats. Ripley directing traffic as she works on in. Puts on the brakes, back near side, and airmailed that time looking for Emma Johnson, who's able to get there and scoop it up and keep possession for the Wildcats. New dodging up top. Slide comes, New scores! The help defense did not bother her. New, with her first goal this season, had 9 last year, and cuts the deficit to 3 with 19:30 to play first half. Talked to Kim Wayne earlier on this week about New, and she said she's so crafty off the ball. That time you saw what she can do on the ball, but it's her creativity. And it's what she's able to do to give her teammates opportunities. And it's not that she isn't athletic or talented in other areas, but in addition to being a really solid draw taker for Davidson, it's this creativity, this craftiness that she's able to create opportunities. And that time, even with the slide coming, able to beat it and park it in the back. Jenner tosses far side as the Blue Devils work it in. Duke working behind the cage. DeBellis had it. Now she'll toss up top. Blue Devils got up 4-0. It's now 5-2. Here's a bounce shot and a goal as Duke adds on. So each time Davidson has answered, the Blue Devils have been quick to respond. And Duke makes it a 6-2 first half advantage. Second of the half for Rosenwig. The graduate student from Somers, New York. Now with 123 goals in her career. Davidson winning the draw control this time. DiGregorio working at far side, draws a whistle, and the Wildcats restart quickly. Davidson working in. Fahey one-on-one. Fahey trying to create an angle. Tried to get a shot away, hesitates from her knees, and it's knocked down and covered by Henriquez. It looks like Fahey started to shoot that in traffic, was able to keep the ball in her cradle just a split second longer and create that shot opportunity. And now Duke going for the home run ball, tosses out of play. Quick restart from the back, Lozano. Lozano getting the start today for Davidson as a junior. Didn't play as a sophomore, only 4 games as a freshman. Kim Wayne talking about the defense being a really young group. In fact, this team as a whole, while they did return 24 players overall, they do have 10 newcomers. It's the largest roster Coach Wayne has ever coached, and she said that this year especially, that's going to be critical. You never know who's going to be available on a game-to-game basis, and while you certainly hope that everyone stays healthy throughout the season, it is a concern. And she said it has impacted how they have gone about their training and their practices so far this year. She wants a team full of players that can all do everything, that are as versatile as possible. And here's Molly Murphy bouncing one home. Murphy, one of those younger players, just 4 games of action a season ago, able to catch the pass and bounce it past Henriquez. And the Wildcats hanging tough, down by 3 here in the opening half. DiGregorio on the assist. Murphy, the 5'4" sophomore from Foxborough, Massachusetts, with Davidson's 3rd first half tally. New and Jenner at the draw control spot. Julianne Carey crossed the restraining line as she tried to win the ground ball. And here comes Duke across midfield. 13 and a half gone by first half. 6-3 Blue Devils on top. But the teams have alternated goals since it was 4-0. Jenner greeted inside by a host of Davidson defenders. And now away come the Wildcats, working left to right. Taking a spill that time was Junior, and she'll earn possession for Davidson. Wildcats working it in far side below the goal mouth. Olivia Carey with it in her cradle. Her sister Julianne scoring the first goal of the game, first goal of her career on the Davidson ledger. Murphy back up top. And now a turnover. Blue Devils able to come away with it as they work through center. Far side, Duke in transition. This is where Kim Wayne said the Blue Devils are so dangerous. That time the shot sails wide of the near pipe. And no harm done off the Wildcat turnover. Davidson working forward with Woodruff. Her pass picked off behind the goal. And now a carbon copy of the last chance. Blue Devils looking to run. 5-on-5 into the box. Coast to coast for Duke. Second defender comes. Blue Devils do not get a shot on goal. That was Katie Crossgrove trying to go coast to coast and spot her way into traffic. Carey dumps it off to her side. Woodruff into the box, and away come the Blue Devils. This game started off rather low tempo, teams trying to dictate possession. But the last several minutes, it's turned into a back and forth track meet. Neither team able to capitalize, though. On this chilly mid-February day, there's some drizzle as well. Certainly not the opening day weather you would ask for, but after an 11-month layoff and all the challenges that these programs have faced, certainly happy to be back out there. Duke with possession, ahead by 3. Ball knocked free right in front of the goal. Looked like Monahan wanted to pounce on it, couldn't quite get there in time. Ball still loose above the 12-meter. And that ball scooped backwards. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it almost went right back to Monahan. Diving attempt by a Blue Devil far side, going for the interception. Valiant effort there by Anna Callahan, even though she didn't come away with it. Duke eventually does. Just under 13 minutes to play before the break. Blue Devils ahead 6-3. Jenner tosses far side for Callahan as she carries in below the goal mouth. Back up top now, Duke trying to slide the defense, get something on the cycle. Referee spotted something off the ball. Or was it? It'll be a free position for the Blue Devils. Callahan straight on. So Callahan will have it on the restart. Fired, save made. Monahan went down to grab it and turns away Callahan, who had that free position from a pretty good angle. Duke maintains possession on the restart. Tic-tac-toe and a score. That's DeBellis in front. Nifty passing by the Blue Devils. And they take a 7-3 lead first half. DeBellis' second goal of the game scored the marker that made it 3-0. Again, if you're just joining us, Duke initially jumping out to a 4-0 advantage before the carry strike. Rosenwig on the assist, so she's had a couple of goals in addition to what she's done in the helper category. So Duke matching its largest lead of the game at 4. And don't let that 6-3 record from a season ago fool you. Duke played some really stellar competition even in the non-conference. Losses to number 3 Northwestern, 15th ranked Navy, number 2 Notre Dame. They did win a game against a ranked opponent among their 6 a season ago. It came against conference foe Virginia. A 6-goal win last March 7th. But as we talked about, when you're picked to finish 6th in conference and you're the 15th ranked team in the nation, it goes to show what kind of a league the ACC is expected to be. Duke in possession with a 4-goal lead as they work behind the cage. Skip pass far side, and a whistle blows as Cronin reeled it in. It looks like Katie Cronin will have herself a free position along the far wing. Cronin with it over her right shoulder. 3 steps in, missed it wide near side. Davidson has it backed up. They'll take possession. Just over 11 minutes left to play first half. Woodruff, a quick restart on the near side. As she works her way in below the cage, and the Wildcats will set things up offensively. Woodruff will dish it off far side. Ripley, shut off by the slide. She'll wheel back up top. Switch it far side now. 44 on the timer. Woodruff dodging, nothing there, back to Ripley. Ripley back to her right, slithering to the goal, save made in front by Henriquez. Best save of the game so far. That shot came from nearly point-blank range. And the senior from Norwell, Massachusetts, up to the challenge. Near turnover, Blue Devils maintain possession far side. Below the goal now. Cronin looking for support, finds it. Now a pass inside. Jenner bobbled initially, now spins and scores! Great recovery from Maddie Jenner. Did not catch it cleanly initially, but the junior from Annapolis makes the recovery and scores a goal to put Davidson up by 8-3. Jenner's second goal of the opening half. I should say, put Duke up 8-3. And it's their largest lead of the game to this point. Jenner, a first-team All-American by Inside Lax last season. Preseason All-American this season. Previously played alongside her sister Olivia, who played for the Blue Devils program from 2016 through 2019. And her mom also went to Duke as well, played on the club team at that point. Nine minutes to go, opening half. Blue Devils lead this one 8-3. Davidson trying to chip away as they're in possession. Cook tried to feed one inside. Carey unable to corral it cleanly. She lost it on the shot. And now Duke looking to go in transition. Cordry. Plenty of space in front. Cordry fires. And a save made by Monahan. Davidson now a chance to go the opposite way. Zagilski tosses forward. Davidson, took him a second, but they do scoop up the ground ball. It's kicked to New, who's able to corral. Davidson will slow things down a beat on the attack. Cook working her way in. Sidearm release. Davidson has it backed up below the cage. Fahey now with it. One-on-one defended tightly. Back to Aaron Cook, the sophomore from Woodstock, Maryland. Cook looking to dodge. Dumps it off inside. Fahey, or... see, who was that? That was Jane DeGregorio, who was bodied off by a defender. Now she gets a shot and puts it home. Just snuck it past the inside foot of Henriquez. Low to the right. Just a sliver of an opening, and she finds the back of the cage. Knew the assist, DeGregorio the marker, and Davidson cutting it to an 8-4 game. Hard work there from DeGregorio inside. Mentioned that she was bodied off consistently in the initial look at it, but then able to get it back, and again, not much room there along the near post, but she found an opening and converted. Taking a look at the numbers, Duke 13 shots on goal to Davidson 7. Clears, Duke 5 of 7, Davidson 10 of 13. And the Blue Devils have the advantage in the draw circle 9-3, although it started 7-0. Jenner takes a spill. Blue Devils have converged on her effectively. She does have a couple of tallies here in the opening half, but she's really had to work for it. Duke committing a ton of support her way. She's got a free position now. Instead, tosses back, and Duke will set things up offensively. Seven minutes left to play, first half. 8-4 Blue Devils on top. Olivia Rubin tossed it near side. Loose ball. Duke comes away with the ground ball. Garner with it. Looking to dodge to her right. Lost it. Trying to win it back. Junior in there. And a whistle, and it's Davidson ball. Eight caused turnovers by the Wildcats. Just 3 for Duke here in the opening half of play. Zagielski working out of the back. Davidson able to get it forward now. DiGregorio. Cook fires center. Carry off to her left. Here's Ripley working in. Davidson feeding in front. Ball got through past the cutter. DiGregorio there to scoop it up. Just over 5.5 minutes to play. First half as Ripley cradles up top. Davidson looking to set things up. Ripley one-on-one. Nothing doing. And she'll go down below the goal mouth. Julianne Carey with it now. Carey fakes one-way wraparound attempt, and it's knocked down in front and sealed by Henriquez. Kahn working with it out of the back. She'll dodge her way across the center stripe. And now the Blue Devils into their offensive zone. Pass dropped initially. Davidson scooping up the loose ball. Duke really dominated possession early. Ever since Kim Wayne used that first time out, things have evened their way up a little bit. The defense has been much more aggressive from Davidson, and even in situations like this where there's a loose ball at center, 3 Wildcats converging on it. Transition opportunity now for Duke. Shot ricochets wide. Blue Devils maintain possession below the goal. Just over 4 minutes to play now. Callahan with it up top. She'll toss to Jenner. They'll work it now to the far side. Blue Devils got up 4-0. They've led by as many as 5. Their largest lead at 8-3. Aggressive defense there by Zagielski. Davidson still in pursuit. And they will win possession just inside the end line. Back of the football end zone. Wildcats looking to get that clear as they get it out to center. Cook has it tracking back for her from her attacker spot. Carey keeping it alive on the ground. From one carry to the other. That's Olivia tossing back. Fahey up top for Sam Ripley. Ripley, 25 assists last season to lead the team. Davidson working carefully offensively. Here's Cook working in. Ripley now. She'll score! Splitting two defenders just inside the post near side. That's the second time the Wildcats have found just a sliver to work with and snuck it past Henriquez. Best offensive possession of the game so far for the Wildcats. Moving it around methodically, Ripley finding a seam and converting. It's back to a 3-goal deficit with 2:31 to play first half. New and Jenner back at the draw control circle. Davidson able to win it this time. DiGregorio comes away with it. She'll look to attack. Carey able to ward off a defender on the challenge, but now it's taken away from behind. Nice pursuit that time by Biscardi. Able to knock it free from the cradle of Carey. Duke now below the cage. Cronin with it. Toss it up top. Blue Devils with possession ahead 3 opening half. Cordry now working below the goal mouth. Now it's Barry. Skip a man. Back goal line extended. Now they'll go up top. Slithering in on goal. And the Blue Devils add one on. Abby Landry, it looks like that time, able to convert right down the middle. And the Blue Devils do a nice job working the ball around, spreading out the defense, finding the seam, and putting it on the board. We will await the confirmation on Landry. But as it stands, Duke back up 9-5 with 91 seconds to play opening half. It is Landry, her second of the opening half. And now whoever wins the face-off has an opportunity to hold for the final shot. We'll see if that ends up taking place here. Blue Devils win it with Jenner doing so on her own. Jenner working one-on-one initially, now gets support from Barry. Cordry will circle it around behind the goal. Shot clock turned off, ball loose up top. Duke able to keep it in. That was Kahn coming to the rescue. Under a minute to play now, opening half. Quick move to get past one defender. Slide comes nicely from Davidson. Duke whips it around far side. Landry had the tally a moment ago. Now it's Barry. Didn't want the shot. She'll toss it off to her left. Good defensive sequence for the Wildcats. And now a whistle, and it looks like the Blue Devils are going to get a free position with Kat Barry. Barry, 21 goals last season, 44 in her career entering play today. A chance to add on to that count right here. Barry fires. That one backed up by Duke near side. 16 seconds to go first half. And a pass inside. Duke able to get the quick catch and finish. Right on the doorstep. We'll double check who that was. It looks like, it's tough to tell, but a great find inside. And with 12.4 seconds to play, Duke into double figures, leading 10-5. So the 5-goal margin matching the largest lead of the game thus far for the Blue Devils. And now whoever wins the draw has to go quickly. Gregorio battling for it. Duke able to come away with it. 6 seconds to play first half. That was a pass all the way through, and that will take us to the end of the opening half. Duke got out to an early 4-goal advantage at 4-0. Davidson able to battle back, highlighted by the first career goal of Julianne Carey. And it's the Blue Devils taking a 10-5 lead into intermission. We will step aside, come back in 6 minutes with halftime stats and a look ahead to the second half. Stay with us on ESPN+. The younger sister of Olivia scoring the first goal of the season and the first in her young career to open the Davidson scoring in the first half. T. Gregorio up top with it for Ripley far side, as Davidson starts the second half in possession. New working up top. Will fake the toss off and keep it left side. New will swing it back across to Ripley, angle right. Ripley bumps off a defender. Tried to feed it inside, it's knocked away. And now Duke has a chance to get out in transition. Blue Devils clear it and cross into their offensive side as Cordry is in possession now. Goal line extended. She'll work below the goal. Just over a minute gone by second half. Shot from point blank range and the Blue Devils miss it near side. Duke able to back it up. Early stages second half. Here's Cronin working with it. Back behind the cage. Rosenweg had her pass knocked away up top. Battle for the loose ball and the ground ball to Duke. Barry spinning to her left. Looking for a passing lane, nothing there. Here's a shooting lane. Instead, it's off to Cordry, and a whistle blows before her shot. Free position opportunity coming for the Blue Devils. Again, 30 of 60 last year, 50% in free position. This year in the first half, 0 for 3. Make it 0 for 4 now as the shot missed low to the right. Cordry will continue the possession for Duke. Here's Cronin working to her right, back to Cordry, had to reach out to grab it. Now pass inside Chenner, just missed it wide. Duke still in possession, ball knocked away. And a shot clock violation. Didn't see that throughout the opening half. That 90-second timer didn't really come into play, but here on the third opportunity off the restart, Davidson able to play some exceptional defense and win back possession on the missed shot. Izzy Lozano will start things from the back. Davidson working across midfield, far side. Fahey for Ripley up top. Ripley with space, but looking to distribute. She'll dump it down low, back for Fahey. Fahey being forced all the way to the end line. Here's the restart, and the shot off the pipe. That was Julianne Carey just missing her second marker of the game. And hit the inside of the far post and caromed right back in her direction. Here's Ripley shut off on the interior. She'll wheel back around, fired inside, here's a goal. Ripley with the patience, Davidson able to convert. It looks like it's Aaron Cook who found the back of the net. So Davidson starting off the second half with much more possession. And even after the miss from Carey off the pipe, the Wildcats keep possession. Cook able to score. And it's a 10-6 game. Cook, two-time All-County at Merritt High School, where she also played basketball. Member of the National Honor Society there, now a sophomore with the Wildcats. Her first of the game trims the deficit to 4. And now Carey winning it off the draw. You can feel Davidson with a little bit more energy, a little bit more confidence here to begin second half action. Maybe just surviving that first half, keeping the game within reach against such a talented opponent, a part of that. And now here a takeaway as Filter came from the weak side to intercept. So Davidson winning possession once again. Turnovers a bit uncharacteristic for Duke. That's now their 11th. Davidson will have it off the whistle here. Junior plays it forward, and now Davidson will work with it on the attack. Fahey dodging, goal line extended. DiGregorio working to her right. Duke defending stride for stride as Davidson now works below the goal mouth. Back up top, Ripley puts on the brakes to her left, now back to the right. It's really been Ripley so far that's dictated the tempo for Davidson on offense. The senior doing her best to keep this Duke defense off balance, get her teammates involved as the primary distributor up top. Duke able to get it to Henriquez off the turnover, and she'll fire it out far side. Loose ball at midfield. Battle for the ground ball far side, and that's deflected out of play. Morgan O'Brien in there for Davidson, the freshman from Berwyn, Pennsylvania, seeing her first collegiate action here today. Cronin holding as she backs it up top. Duke again has been working that cycle below the goal mouth and then wheeling it around the perimeter. Trying to move that Davidson defense side to side. DeBellis off to her left side. 25 seconds on the possession clock. Here's a deflection inside. Ball takes a funny hop towards the far corner. And in the midst of all of that, they do say that there was a shot on goal. Clock resets. Cordry below the goal. Tic-tac-toe in front looking for DeBellis. Pass deflected away. DeGregorio comes away with the loose ball. Davidson with it. Sekilski out of the back initially. Now the Blue Devils back in possession. Here's Cordry with it. She'll back it up, and again, so much of this Blue Devils attack predicated on spacing. They want to spread the Davidson defense out as much as possible, especially the way Davidson has defended Jenner with 2 or 3 defenders on her. Far side shot comes in, and Duke adds a goal. That time it's Olivia Carner with the tally. The sophomore from Northport, New York, able to find a seam far side and put the Blue Devils up by 5, 11-6. Carner ended last season with goals in 5 straight games. Coming into Duke, was rated as the number 23 freshman in the nation by Inside Lax. And Duke, despite returning all 12 starters from a season ago, still adding on to that recruiting class coming into this season with the likes of the 5th-rated recruit nationally and Katie DeSimone. So Duke again ahead by 5, matching their largest lead of the contest. Looks like New got held there off the draw. Referee didn't see it. And here comes Carner on the attack. Carner working her way into Cordry below the goal line. Rosenweg off for DeBellis. Rosenweg, again, the graduate transfer from Pennsylvania. Her shot partially blocked. Jenner able to get the loose ball. Weaving in between defenders. Still on her feet, and she scores. Jenner just too big and too strong. Able to withstand a couple of defenders. I guess that didn't go in. It looked like it struck Twine, but Davidson on the reset. Maybe I missed a whistle there, but in any event, Jenner, amidst a lot of contact, looked like she got it away. Davidson able to keep off the scoreboard, and now they convert on the other end. Grace Fahey able to dodge towards goal and capitalize. And it's now 11-7. Duke by 4. So Grace Fahey, the sophomore from Greenwich, Connecticut, where she was an Under Armour All-American back in 2018, also played ice hockey in high school. Finished her high school career with 54 goals and 34 assists. And then in her freshman campaign last season, started off with the balanced attack offensively, 7 goals and 6 dimes. Her first here today brings it to 11-7. New tried to go quickly. There was interference there, so Davidson will retain possession on the restart. And the Wildcats will cross that restraining line. Oh, a big spill behind the cage. That caused Emma Johnson to lose her stick. So Johnson will restart. The junior from Ponte Verde Beach, Florida, will send it back up top. Davidson on the attack. Murphy looking for support. She'll give it up and get it back. 10 minutes gone by, second half. Davidson towards the goal mouth. Ball deflected away, far side. Murphy trying to win it. And the whistle will give it to the Blue Devils. Duke pushing everyone forward. Katie Crossgrove able to get it across center. Now a whistle. That will reset the possession clock. Cordry with it now. Blue Devils ahead by 4. They got out to a 4-0 lead early. Landry getting on the board first. Less than a minute into regulation. Nice slide there by Davidson defensively, forcing the pass up top. That was Lozano on the support. Now a ground ball opportunity and a scrum. Delayed whistle, and it will go to the Wildcats. Junior in there defensively. Sprawling to try to win possession, and perhaps it's the weekly yoga that played a factor in that one. Kim Wayne telling me it's something that her team has done for quite some time, and it's part of the routine that they've kept even throughout the different stages of the pandemic. When they're all on campus together, it's something that they cherish, a team-building activity. And I asked her if it had to do with kind of the mental side of things and whatnot, with, you know, so much disruption to the typical routine and so many stressors and whatnot. And she said, well, it may have that benefit, but it's really about stretching and staying loose, and especially when this team works out as much as they do and lifts weights the way they do, that having yoga to kind of offset that and to keep the muscles fresh is so important. Here's a big save by Monahan at point-blank range. So it's one of the team bonding activities that they've been able to still do. Of course, they have restrictions to do so safely. I found it really interesting that the entire team takes part once a week in yoga. $17 and change left to play, second half. Duke a 4-goal advantage, but Davidson has kept this one within arm's reach throughout. Johnson dodging. She fires, and it's knocked down and saved by Enriquez. Duke in transition on the counterattack. Corner left side. Gives it up, gets it back. Collision in front. No whistle, and a save made by Monahan. Just got a piece of her stick as it missed goalmouth wide side. Fresh shot clock for the Blue Devils as they set things up from behind the net. Cordry working with it behind the cage. Trying to feed one in front. Monahan there to reach up and snag it. Monahan at 5'4", that time playing a lot bigger, extending the goalie stick all the way up. Now Davidson the other way with it. Julianne Carey dodging. She'll feed center. And space with which to work for her sister Olivia. Now a whistle far side and a timeout taken. 11-7. Wildcats trail it by 4 as we take a look at some of the team stats thus far. Duke leading in shots 26-15 and 19-12 shots on target. Duke 4 free position shots, but they have not been able to convert thus far. Davidson has on their lone 1. Ground balls favor the Blue Devils 21-18. Draw controls have tightened up a little bit. It's 13-7, but Duke won the first 7 courtesy of Maddie Jenner. And if I did not mention it earlier, 96 draw controls last season for Jenner. Just outstanding, especially considering it was over the span of 9 games played. Duke has been able to clear 12 of 14 times. Davidson, 18 of 23. Duke, 17 turnovers, 13 of them caused by Davidson. The Wildcats have given it away 15 times, and 7 of those have been caused turnovers. Wildcats will have Furman next up on Sunday. Blue Devils have a little bit more time off than that. They're back in action February 18th when they open their home slate against the number 3 team in the nation, William and Mary. Davidson still has ranked opponents ahead on their schedule. High Point, Virginia Tech, another ACC team that opens play this season, 18th in the nation. Wildcats begin A10 competition last week in March when they start on the road against Mason and GW. Wildcats with it in possession off the restart out of the timeout. Carey weaving to her right. And now working back up top, marked closely. Duke really upping the pressure defensively on this possession, man to man. Julianne Carey trying to free herself behind the cage, draws a bump and draws a whistle. 15:21 to play second half. 39 on the possession timer. Wildcats feed one in front and they convert. Grace Fahey catches, finishes in one fell swoop, and it's back to a 3-goal game again. Eleven to 8 on Fahey's second marker, back-to-back for the sophomore. As close as it's been since it was 8-5. And the Wildcats not going quietly here with just 15-16 to play in the opening half, or rather in the final half of regulation. Duke winning the draw back. She'll set up the attack offensively with Landry along the near sideline. She'll swing it up top. Again, if you're just joining us, Duke scored the first 4 goals of the contest. They dominated possession early, and ever since then, it's been relatively tight. Back and forth, Duke has been able to take a lead of as many as 5 goals. The closest Davidson has been is 3, which is where we stand right now. Barry tossing below the goal. Back up top. Opening for Barry. Hesitates, doesn't fire. 33 to shoot, and the ball poked free by Junior on the rebound. Cordry is able to scoop it up and score it. Cordry saw the loose ball just beyond the goal circle and came from behind the net to pick up the ground ball and toss it in the back of the cage. Heads up play by Cordry. That's her 3rd of the game, a hat trick for the graduate student out of Summit, New Jersey. Cordry just one of 30 players all time at Duke to score more than 100 points. Came into play today with 117 in her career. So the lead back to 4 for the Blue Devils. 14-11 to play, second half. Once again, it's New and Jenner at the draw control. Kim Wayne tried Julianne Carey on the draw early on in that opening half when Duke had won their first 7. But since then, it's been New, and things have evened up. Clock winding, under 14 to play, second half. Rosenwig behind the goal, tosses back out front. She scored a couple, assisted on a couple in her first game in a Duke uniform. Here's one in front for Jenner. She will fire it wide near side. The 6'2" Jenner trying to duck in between defenders, and her shot off target. Lozano comes away with the loose ball for Davidson. Monahan will toss near side for Filter. Filter, the junior from Stevenson, Maryland. Pass up ahead for Carey, just a little bit too tall for her. And Duke wins possession back with a tick under 13 minutes left to play. 15th meeting all time between these two teams. Duke winning all 14 until this point. Blue Devils lose it now behind the cage. An unforced turnover, and Davidson with possession back, trailing by 4. Natalie Jr. looking to start things as she works the near sideline. Here's New with it across the restraining line. New working in on goal. Bounces it home. Gianna New's goal makes it a 3-goal differential again. And she took the pass from Junior and had the outside track, able to wield off the defender and sneak it past Enriquez. New showing off the wheels that time. Her second goal of the game coming with 11:52 to play in regulation. So Davidson still very much alive. The beginning of this game, really dominant by Duke. They got out to a 4-0 lead. So much of that a result of the draw control, which we knew coming in it would be crucial. Davidson winning this one, and it will be crucial the remainder of the game as well. Wildcats have a chance to narrow the deficit to 2. That would be the tightest it has been since 2-0 if they're able to do so. This is Cook behind the net with it. 11.5 to play in regulation. Ripley working in angle right. Slide comes, shooting space called, and she'll have a free position. The senior with a chance to get it to 2. She does! Ripley makes it 12-10 with 11:12 to play second half. So Davidson into double figures now with 10. And what a valiant effort to get back to a 2-goal differential against the 15th ranked team in the nation. Wildcats in this one trailed by as many as 5. They trailed 10-5 at halftime. They fell down 4-0 early. It's now 12-10 with 11:12 to play second half. This time it's the Blue Devils taking it off the draw. Let's see if they show a little bit more urgency. Rosenweg below the goal line. Corner dodging. She'll draw the whistle and a free position opportunity back the other way now. Duke unsuccessful thus far on their free position opportunities. Carter from a low angle spot on the right wing. She'll toss back with it. Zabellis thought about it up top. Instead, Duke will cycle it around. Cronin shut off near side, or rather that's Callahan. Connor back for Callahan up top. Below the goal line now. Cordry had time and space when she caught it. That closed quickly. 40 seconds down on the possession clock. Davidson defense tightening up here late stages. Here's a feed in front. Cordry missed it high. Good opportunity, point blank range, and it sails over the crossbar. 22 seconds on the possession. Duke working behind the cage. Rosenweg fires up top. Carver steps, fires, she scores. Carner, I should say, on the tally for Duke to get it back to a 3-goal lead. Carner's second of the second half. 9:51 to play in regulation. Duke out shooting Davidson 29, make it 30 now on the goal, 30-18. 22-15 in terms of shots on target. Elsewhere, the Blue Devils the advantage by 2, 22-20 in ground balls. Doubling up on the draw control, 16-8. And now Jenner off the draw has it in possession. Her size, such a big factor, not only in winning the draws, but challenging defenses to commit extra defenders. Callahan firing it off inside. Ball loose in front of the cage. And the Wildcats able to come away with it as Monahan pounces. Filter bodying up on the near side. Lost it out of the back. Check that. It was Brent Jones who had it there. Now a breakaway opportunity. Stuffed by Monahan. 2-on-none. And the Davidson netminder comes up with a huge stop. Socially distanced crowd here at Richardson Stadium. The loudest we've heard them throughout this contest following that save from Monahan. Now it's Fahey on the attack, leading it for Davidson. Gregorio with it in her cradle angle left. Goal line extended, it's Carey. Davidson down 3, 8.5 to play in regulation. Carey puts on the brakes, fires it in front. Davidson able to keep it with New. Pass didn't get through cleanly though. 34 seconds on the possession timer. Gregorio spinning away from the D. Collision. And it looks like she'll earn a free position opportunity. A yellow card as well for a shot to the head. That'll send Carter off for a minute. Gregorio a chance to get it back to a 2-goal margin. From straight on against Henriquez. Doesn't take the shot, instead gives it to Ripley, and the Wildcats will set up their offense. Ripley feeding one through, didn't quite get it on target, but Davidson retaining possession. 7:40 to play, second half. Fahey below the goal line. Trying to get the edge, now Ripley up top. Gives it up, gets it back. She and Gregorio play catch now. Carey tried to feed one inside. Got through, Davidson's New has it. Still in possession. Collision there and a whistle. And it looks like it's a free opportunity for New now. Second free position of this possession for Davidson. New steps, fires, missed it wide. Fahey battling behind the cage. Met by two defenders, sticks with it, now turns it over. Right into the cross of Barry, who will work through center. And Davidson looking to push in transition. Ripley back defending nicely. Under 7 minutes to play as Cordry dodges, creates space, fires, and scores. Transition goal for Catherine Cordry. And Duke back in front by 4 at 14-10 with 6:47 to play in regulation. Missed opportunity there for the Wildcats. They had two free positions on one side, unable to convert, and then give up the transition goal on the other end. Cordry now has 4 in the game. She scored 17 a season ago, including 6 multi-goal games. And if you're looking for an explanation for the 4-goal differential, well, it's not as simple to say that it's just her, but she does represent the difference from a mathematical perspective. Garner still in the box for the Blue Devils. Jenner able to win the draw. Clock winding towards 6.5 to play in regulation. Duke opened with a 4-0 lead, led by 5 at halftime. Davidson got it down to a 2-goal differential at 12-10 in the second half. That's as close as it's been. Slide comes, Davidson looking to win it, and they do. That time it was Cronin beating the double team and finishing past Monahan. So 3 straight goals, and Davidson back to their largest, or rather Duke back to their largest lead of the game at 15-10. Cronin, an outstanding stretch last year. Not only did she lead the team in goals with 22, but she had a couple of sensational games, landing her ACC Offensive Player of the Week recognition. Was also named the National Player of the Week by the Baltimore Sun. Having a pretty good start here in 2021 as well. The Davidson comeback bid just got a little bit more difficult. From down 2 to down 5 with just under 6 minutes to play in regulation, and another big face-off win for Jenner. This is Callahan. Garner far side. Back to Callahan. Cordry now. Below the goal line. "50 seconds on the possession timer. We'll see how much more the Blue Devils work that clock. Now with the 5-goal advantage. Here's a feed in front. And they don't take the shot. And Davidson looked to have the turnover, but a whistle comes. That was Ripley trying to steal it far side. Too much body contact. And instead of a Davidson takeaway, it's a free position opportunity for Caroline DeBellis. She won't take the shot. Davidson in possession, content to work it around the perimeter. Up top, big save by Monahan, going to a knee. There's Junior working forward with it. DiGregorio dodging 2 defenders and slings it far side into space. Blue Devils able to close quickly defensively. They win possession back. .4:15 to play in regulation. Duke across the restraining line. Carner. She's been big in the second half. Nearly turns it over. Ripley tried to jump the passing lane. Ripley a couple near caused turnovers here in the last couple of possessions. Feet in front looking for Jenner. She catches. Defense collapses and forced to get it back outside. She commands so much attention in the middle against 6'2". Now an opening on the near side. Carner dodging and scoring. Big second half for Carner. And it's 16-10 Blue Devils with 3:28 to play. .36 shot of the game for the Blue Devils to Davidson's 19. Also 28 on goal to 15 for the Wildcats. But again, Davidson kept this ball game close throughout. Trailed it just by 2 midway through the second half. But right now, the 6-goal lead for the Blue Devils, the largest of the game. .328 to play in regulation. Davidson again continues their homestand Sunday afternoon against Furman. Face-off time, 3 o'clock. Right back here at Richardson Stadium. Bouncing ball off the draw, and eventually it's the Blue Devils winning it. Davidson with the takeaway now. Here come the Wildcats. Past the restraining line and into the offensive zone. Ripley plays catch up top with Johnson. Now to the near side, Woodruff with it. Met by a second defender, pitch it back up top for Ripley. Toss far side. 2:45 to play second half. Johnson working towards the far corner. Lost it momentarily, got it back. Around a pick behind the cage. Tight defense from the Blue Devils. Possession clock down to 36. Slide comes against Ripley. She works it angle left. Now will toss below the cage to Fahey. Carey on the handoff. Carey for Woodruff now. Woodruff looking for shooting space. Nothing there. Ripley with 10 on the possession clock. Slide comes. Clock down to 3. Have to fire. They do. And they score. With the shot clock winding, Emma Johnson pumps it in from long range. Davidson's 11th goal of the game. The deficit at 16-11 with 1:47 to play. Boy, really impressive defense throughout from the Blue Devils. Davidson not discouraged, using the entire clock. And Johnson, through traffic, finds Twine. 1:47 to play in regulation. Scramble off the draw. Johnson on the ground ball retrieval. Just to give you a sense of the improvement for Davidson last year to this year as Johnson goes down hard. When the Wildcats played North Carolina a season ago, their last ranked opponent, they lost that ball game 22-5. This game here today has been anything but a blowout. Ripley has it. Davidson down 5 with just over a minute to play. Bouncing ball in front. Blue Devils scoop it up and work through center. Rosenwig behind the goal. 47 seconds to play in regulation. It's been a big second half from Olivia Carner that has pushed this Duke lead just out of striking distance. Feet in front. Monahan, a big save. Yes, she kept it at her feet. She's been stellar in goals, made a couple of big ones. Now here comes Bryn Jones, the freshman out of New York. Freshman to freshman as Carey has it. She'll play forward. Looking for Fahey. Bobbles and collects on the high hop. And there's the horn. This one is in the books. Duke wins it 16-11. The number 15 team in the nation starts off 2021 with a win. But a very impressive outing today from Davidson, facing a tough ACC-ranked opponent. They kept it close the whole game, never trailed by more than 6. And at one point midway through the second half, got it all the way down to 2. The freshman showing up big today, Julianne Carey, the first goal of her career, the first goal for Davidson in 2021. Davidson also a couple of free position goals, able to take advantage